Good evening, fellow citizens. Today we will talk about concentrated animal feeding operations, or CAFOs for short, which are industrial-sized livestock operations where animals are confined and fed in high-density environments. There has been a lot of controversy surrounding CAFOs and their ways for treating animals used for food production. There's been many cases where animals and CAFOs have been abused, exploited, overfed, etc. Here we have a resident who lives here. So tell me, Mr. Lee, how is it like living near a CAFO?
Oh, hey y'all, I'm Samuel Lee, and I live near Hog CAFO. Man, this CAFO smells so bad from all the manure the pigs produce. I can never get used to that smell. It stinks everywhere.
What's that?
Honestly, I think the amount of manure these CAFOs produce is
What's
abnormal.
that,
There's
brother?
no way this is common. My water is so contaminated from the amount of runoff from the soil that it caused a town-wide cholera outbreak. And let me tell you, it got so bad to the point where the residents sued Smithfield for how bad the waste management was because of the CAFO.
Wow, that's so shocking.
I know it's so bad. There's so much more pollution in the air now, and so many locals here are getting respiratory illness. North Carolina is doing nothing about these CAFOs. If anything, they support them.
I heard that North Carolina was making laws to support CAFOs, like Murphy's Law and ag-gag laws. These laws were made to protect CAFOs for strict regulations, facilitating the abuse of these animals. Mr. Lee, could you tell me more about these ag-gag laws?
It all started during the lawsuit between Murphy Brown LLC and Smithfield when locals living near industrial hog farms filed a complaint due to the nuisance coming from that place.
Yeah, we heard about that. The court ruled in favor of the residents. It was awarded $50 million in plaintiffs, although this was reduced to $3.25 million due to state damages. This really shows you how CAFOs can be damaging to the environment.
Yes, ma'am. However, that's not even the end of it. After the residents won, North Carolina lawmakers started creating new policies dealing with the privacy and protection of farms against future nuisance claims. Ag-gag laws were established and further reinforced, criminalizing the investigation of agricultural facilities to prevent the exposure of cruel or illegal operations done on those lands. This law benefited the livestock industry, especially Smithfield, which was one of the largest pork producers in the world with countless industrial hog farms operating. So ultimately, even though the residents won the case, Smithfield was able to beat them in the long run.
I have heard a bit about hog farms or swine farms. For context, these swine farms were pig farms that were introduced by European explorers during the colonial period, which was around the 1500s, as a reliable food source. As the United States of America was established after the American Revolution and the Civil War, swine was still relevant. However, swine was relevant on different levels in different states. In North Carolina, swine was very relevant, and North Carolina is a major player in the pork industry. Thank you, Mr. Lee, for letting me interview you and give us insight on what happens to the residents who live near CAFOs.
No, thank you, Miss Min, for giving me the opportunity to talk with you guys at Bloxburg News. It was a pleasure sharing my knowledge and thoughts with you.
Ooh, okay.
Now.
Good evening, fellow citizens. Although CAFOs have seemingly endless economic benefits, including drastically lower meat prices and job creation, however, the environmental impacts may outweigh them. Now, moving on to our environmental scientists who specializes in CAFO. Tell me how these CAFOs affected our water and air quality here in NC.
Well, you see, the abundance of manure containing nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus causes water quality issues like eutrophication in lakes and add E. coli pathogens to our water supply. CAFOs also produce tons of methane, a potent greenhouse gas contributing significantly to global warming, and release bacteria and fungi into the air that can lead to respiratory issues. Even the economic benefits can be misleading. You may be shocked to learn that Smithfield Foods is now owned by a foreign Chinese company.
Could you explain a few of these images of CAFOs for us, please?
Right here?
Yeah.
Oh. So, as you can see in this picture, right here, These pigs are slaughtered at just 6 months old. I mean, they're beaten and prodded into packed trucks for 36 hours without food or water. When these poor animals reach their destination, they are shocked and prodded into the slaughterhouse. Exhausted, starved, and afraid, they then have to wait for hours listening to the other pigs being slaughtered. In this other image, you can see a young CAFO worker growing numb to the more than 700 lives that they are forced to take during their 3 to 7:30 a.m. shift before school. And in this final image, it's absolutely gruesome. I mean, it's disgusting. It depicts the scene of a cow's head that has been stuffed into an unsanitary barrel to be sold at a later date.
Could you explain this one for me, please?
This map right here, it depicts hog, broiler, and cattle and egg and dairy CAFOs in the United States in 2012. As you can tell, a majority of the land in the US is used by these CAFOs, which just shows how much food and supply we get from these.
Well, that is it with our environmental scientists. Thank you so much. Oh, there's a crackhead on the loose!
Get out!
Stop! Get off of him! Get off of him!
I see the ghost of pigs. Oh, it's so gruesome.
Get off! Cut the cameras! Cut the cameras! Cut the cameras!
Welcome back to the Oprah Show. I am your host, Oprah. And for today's special episode, our guest is... Welcome to the show. So, Zaquan.
What's up, Logang? And my friends call me Zane.
Alright, Zendaya, tell us, what do you do for your profession?
Well, I'm a freelancer who, I stay at home, a single father of 6 cats. Hit me up. I'm also
We'll make sure to put his number and social media.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
I'm also very passionate against CAFOs. Let me state that again. I freaking hate CAFOs.
Well, Zamilu, tell us more about these cafes.
CAFOs are...
We'll be right back after this ad break.
Man, I just love McDonald's. This 100% beef-made, CAFO farm produced patty filled with juices and inorganic material that is all synthetic and
From CAFOs.
from CAFOs. I'm McLoving it.
Now, Zoe, tell us more about these CAFOs. We really apologize for this ad break. We really need the revenue.
It's okay. Well, as you can see in this graph, over 70% of all cows and over 95% of all swine, chickens, and turkeys in the US are raised in CAFOs. Sigh. It's truly a travesty that these poor animals are raised in such horrific conditions. Any thoughts?
It is quite unfortunate for me to hear this. I mean, as the late, great Andrew Jackson, my personal hero, we'll call him, said, "Hey man, CAFOs freaking suck."
Indeed they do.
Yes, they do.
He said it well. Well,
Do you have any final statements, Zamil?
I just want to say CAFOs freaking suck and hit me up.
All right,
Peace
well,
out, Logan.
you can escort yourself out, Mr. Zamal. Yeah, go away. Yeah, no, go. Go back. You too. That'll be all for the Oprah show today. And we really appreciate you guys for watching. And we hope you come.
California girls were unforgettable. Daisy Duke's bikinis on top.